Hello everyone, good afternoon. A warm welcome to the today's webinar. So today the topic is BZ21 11.3 major and minor updates. So the 11.3 release will be launched shortly. So in that we will discuss what all are the enhancement will be made by the 11.3 release by the development team. So please be active in the session. In between, if you have any questions or any doubts, you can use the question and answer chat box to share your doubts. One major changes has been came into the 11.3 is stock status include the option to print images. Stock status report. So that stock status report, if you viewing from the print email SMS menu, then you will be have an option to print the images. So earlier we don't have this provision. Now we have a provision to print our item images. So let us see how the images will be print on the stock status report. So let me show you. First thing, you has to enable the image option in the item master. That is available inventory tab. So here maintain image or notes with the master or images, and then you can select the folder. Select the folder of the image. For example, I am selecting my folder images, this one. This is my image folder. Then you can save it. This is the image configuration. Then after, you can go to the item master. Any item you can select. So that item master, it contains the image like this. So this is the setup earlier we have, but currently we made the provision to print these images in our stock status report. For that, you need to go to print email SMS menu. So display menu, we can't have a provision to print images. We have a provision in stock status. So you should go to the stock status, closing stock report. Then you should select the all items. Then after, while we printing the report, here you will be have an option called print item image. You can see the option print item image. You just have to enable that option, then you can take the printout, or you can convert that for report into the PDF format, means the image will be printed. So as you've seen on my screen, the image will be print like this. So only the image width will be that much, that is fixed by the backend programming. We never change the image width or image height. It is fixed actually. So that will be printed like this. Here the quantity is coming, image is coming, item details is coming. If you need item value also, then you can make this one as year value of the item. The major purpose is to give the stock status, that is stock information to your vendors. But in that stock status report, you can have an option to print the value, that is product price value, that you can able to print. Even we have some item description, alias, etc. This is the very major update given by this 11.3 release. So in this you can get this. So let us discuss some more changes or some more enhancements done by this 11.3. So some of the minor changes, it is not a major changes. First thing here, set credit limit for the bank OD accounts. So most of the time the customers are demanding this feature. Even bank OD account also we are able to fix the credit limit. Earlier it is not available. So let me show you. To do this configuration, first thing you need to enable the credit limit feature. In the accounting tab, credit limit feature you have to enable. Let me show it first. You can see the feature. It is enabled already. Then after you can save it. Then while we creating the OD account in Busy, account add something like HDFC OD account like this under the group of bank OD account. So then after you are selecting the group name, you are getting this credit limit allocation screen. Here you need to mention the credit limit. For example, 1 lakh rupees will be the credit limit for this OD account. Later you can save it. Once we save the ledger, later on if you make some payment entry to that account, for example, this will be the payment entry. So I'll be selecting the party name Busy account, Busy Infotech Private Limited. That is something like 1.2 lakhs. Select the bank OD account, HDFC bank OD account. So now you will be getting this message. Credit limit account HDFC OD account is exceeding its credit limit rupees 1 lakh rupees. Would you like to continue? If you press the yes button, then you can continue. You can enable the warning alarm for this credit limit, then you cannot continue it. So this is how this feature will be refined. So HDFC OD account or any other bank OD account also, you can specify the credit limit. Then after that you will be getting these warnings. The next minor changes was made here, that is utility added for petty cash balance adjustment using Control F4. Petty cash balance adjustment. For example, if we make any sale voucher transaction to any party, sometime partially payment was get adjusted. So here let me create one party, test company, under the group of debitors by the name of test company. Let me add one sale voucher, then I can show you the scenario. So here you can see the product cost is 4,680 rupees, including GST 5,522. So now the current outstanding is 5,522. Now the party will make the payment, then we will add one receipt voucher in busy, right? Select the party name. He has made the payment of 5,500 rupees. Then we adjust the amount 5,500 by this bill reference. He has paid paid through cash. Now we save this receipt voucher. The current outstanding of the party we will see in this report, amount receivable report. Selected account, let me see, in this test company. Test company we will select. So you can see the remaining 22 rupees will be showing in the amount outstanding report. But this is not get back from them because the party will never pay 20 rupees, 22 rupees. So it will be adjusted into our shortage or excess ledger. Otherwise, we will be adjust this value into the round off. So for that reason, we have provided to adjust, or we have provided to clear these receivable balances by pressing Ctrl F4. If you press the Ctrl F4, then one window will appear. So in that window, the journal voucher will be posted. Select the journal voucher series. Then you can adjust this amount in your shortened excess ledger. The shortened excess ledger, otherwise you can adjust it with round off. And here you have to mention the maximum balance amount, that is called 22 rupees, 100 rupees, 200 rupees, whatever. Sometimes some parties will have 100 rupees of excess amount, shortage amount. Somebody they have 50 rupees. How much value that you needed, that you can specify here. Up to till that value, it should be directly posted one journal voucher, and that balance will be goes to the either round off account or by the shortage or excess account. That account you should select it by manually. So earlier it is not possible. Now it is. Now we have the provision to adjust it. In this way you can adjust the excess or shortage of amount. And the third point we will discuss now, that is user can now share the detailed job summary report with individual parties. So earlier it is not available. You can share the job summary report to the individual parties. For that, suppose for example, if you are using a job work, right? So in this job work report, already the job work feature has been enabled. Then after you can enter one material issue to party. So select the party name BR printers, and here you can see the delivery date and job ID, and then you select the item. For example, this one let me select. After punching this material issued to the party, the user can now share the detailed job summary report for individual party. So now we will see here all job work report outside job work. In this job work summary, party wise all parties. So here you can see the print party wise details. So here you have the option job work summary report. Select the party name, select all parties. Then after you are getting this print party wise details, you should mention this one as yes, and then you can send the email or SMS, whatever you want. So earlier this provision is not available. This is one small correction has been done by our side. And the fourth minor changes was now print and view the columnar registers across multiple financial year. So before that only the single financial year columnar reports can be available. So now you can have an option to view the multiple financial year columnar registers. For example, if you are configured this type of columnar reports in busy account register, let me show you. So in this you can see the body configurations. So this is the columnar registers we have configured. So after this you can come to the columnar register view, account books, columnar registers, sale registers. In that date range is available. So you should select the relevant date range from 1/4/2023 to 31/3/2025. That is 2 financial year. You can check multiple financial year, 2, 3, 4, 5. So any financial year you can specify the date range from and to date. Then after you can view the report. Now it is possible. Multi-financial year you can check. You can see the data 23 and 24. Currently this much data is available. If you have many financial year data, that could be possible to view here. in the columnar registers. And the next enhancement will be done by new none type has been added to the existing MSME options. So earlier MSME option, in that micro, small, medium MSME will be mapped, but currently we have made the one more provision, none. Why? Because if you are using this feature, that is in MSME feature here, micro, small, medium is available, none is not available. So that point of time, whenever you are creating one new master, party master, then automatically micro is getting selected. The problem that we are facing, that when we creating a new party master from busy, that point of time, automatically the micro is selecting. So this one automatically selecting as micro. So it will be make problem for future. That is the reason we made the provision to select it none. If the parties doesn't have MSME registered person, then you should select none. Next, we will discuss some more points. That is, the Udyam number feature is now linked with active BLS. So this feature earlier is not connected with our BLS subscription, but we made that as an active BLS connected feature. So now the Udyam number, if you are using, we need to renew the BLS. So that you can get it like in this window itself. You can see the MSME type. Beside that MSME type, we will be given that BLS. It means it's a BLS connected feature. The next enhancement 11.3 is option to select all series at once for date-wise bulk invoice printing is added. So earlier series selection is not available. We have a bulk printing provision, but series is not available. Series selection is not available. Individual series you need to select it. Print, email, SMS, invoice documents. In this, select the sale invoice option. Select the date-wise. And you can select the account range, item range, material center range, salesman range, etc. So here you will be getting the option voucher series. The voucher series you should select all. Earlier all is not available. This is the small correction, we did that. And the next point we covered in the 11.3 is master creation via import vouchers from Excel will now respect user rights. Master creation. Earlier, somebody they are importing the Excel sheet data to the software. That sub-user, if they doesn't have a user rights to create a master, means then the master is also creating. That is one problem with us. So now currently in 11.3 we refined that. So now if the user is don't have the rights to create item master or account master, then while they importing voucher data, the software can't permit them to create it. So that is we made the provision. So let me show you once again. So for example, this is the sub-user account. If this sub-user account, they don't have the permission to create a administration. So if they don't have a rights to add option, account add or item add, then it is rejected. So currently in 11.3, you can't able to import that directly to the Excel. If it is enabled, then only the sub-user, he can import the data from Excel. That is the most important thing here. So I think you maybe understand this point. And the next point we covered in this release was new provision for handling multiple currencies in payment and receipt registers. Earlier, payment and receipt registers, we never had a feature to select the currencies. But now we have that in a display section. Go to the account books, account register, payment registers or receipt registers, anyone you can take. So in that the multi-currency provision is available. So now I can enable the multi-currency. If I enable that, means it can get. So the multi-currency feature I was enabled. Then after I come back to the account books, payment or receipt register, you can book. So here you will be have an option to select the currency. This is one new enhancement. All right. This is the currency selection. The next important thing here, barcode related. Barcode configuration can now be done directly from voucher series configuration. The barcode designing we has to do by the add-on menu. Add-on menu itself, we need to configure the barcode label. So, but we need to design the barcode from here itself. After this release, you may get this feature from the configuration and designing feature directly by the voucher series itself. So let me show you that. To do that, you can go to the voucher series. Then after, everyone know that how to enable barcode printing in voucher series. Here itself, after enabling this, you should get this configure button. First, you need to click that. Once you enable this, you will be getting this message box, that is, do you want to configure printing barcode after saving? If you press the yes button, or barcode designing provision you can get. Here you can create your own barcode designs. This is very useful thing. And the next minor changes was that is user can now import critical level in item master for various material centers. Earlier we importing the data from Excel, so that time the critical level details can be imported, no any problem in that, but material center wise it cannot importing. So now we made the provision for that also. For example, if you went any item master modification or any item master creation, that point of time you are getting this screen, right? This screen you can get, but when we importing the critical level information from the Excel, these fields can be get pre-filled. These data can be get pre-filled, but we never import these datas. Material center name, minimum levels, maximum levels, these informations we can't import it. Note this one. If you want to import this information from Excel, so the material center should be created. Earlier, you need to create the material center, then you can do the Excel import. Then only the data will be comes into the specified fields. So this provision we given by this release. And the last sale or purchase transactions is now user configurable. Earlier releases, every time when we entering the transactions, the last transactions detail screen will appear if you are using that feature. But currently we made that free provision that if you don't want to pop up the screen, for you can hide the user level, user modifications, and go to the specified user. Here you will be have an option of show. Now it is currently not enabled, so let me enable it first. So for that you need to go to inventory, and if you press the F3 button, and you can search last. I'm talking about this feature. If you are using this feature, I'm using only in the sales transaction side. Then after, just save it. Once we save the feature, then after when we go to the user configuration, here we will be have option of show last transactions during the sales. Enable that, and you can enable the shortcut of Control+H. Control+H means if you enable these settings now, so when we doing some sales transactions, automatically it can't come. If you press the Control+H, then only it will come. If you press the shortcut key, then it is visible, otherwise it can't be visible. So now let me save it. So next I can go to the user called Monu. It's a user level. So this user entering some sales transactions to any party. This party, let me select. So here you can see that if you press the Control+H, then this window will appear, but it doesn't come automatically. All right. And same one we did for the second language also. Earlier, if you are using the second language, that time when we selecting the item, then one second language entry screen will appear. Whenever you are pressing the enter button, so it is asking to enter the second language. But now we made the provision. If you need means you can press the shortcut Control F4. Otherwise, the shortcut you need not to press. Cursor is directly goes to the quantity column. And the next enhancement is system now prompt when changing the vouchers with reconciled bank entries. You are entered some receipt or payment vouchers. Then after you are mentioned the clearing date, the reconciliation is done. After reconciliation, whenever you are supposed to changing any information in the voucher, that point of time, he can give you some message. This voucher is already reconciled. You never change the reconcile date, that is clearing date. How it is come? Let me show you. First and foremost, we will enable the reconciliation feature. Let me enable the reconciliation feature, and let me post one payment voucher by the party of Busy Infotech Private Limited, HDFC account. Or let me create one bank account, HDFC, under the group of bank accounts. So now the voucher has been posted. After this, let me take this ledger account called HDFC account. If you press the F4 button, then you mention the clearing date. Now it has been reconciled. After the reconciliation, whenever if you are opening the voucher, then if you try to change the value here, one like this, if you are changing means it will be saved. You can change it, but you can't able to change reconcile date. For example, this date if you change, then you will be getting this message: voucher date cannot be greater than reconciliation date. This type of system we made by here. And next thing here, added provision to display total discount amount in standard format. Total discount amount, we can add it in our standard designing format, that is available here. Self-configured, this setting, go to the self-configured. In that, the total discount column is available. You can specify the character limit, and the total of the discount will be available in our invoice copy, that is in standard copy. For that, you have to enable this Now the total will come. I'm going to here self configure and I can add the total discount 15 characters. Total width is 173 here. 173. Let me reduce the size and HSN now it is not needed. It is not needed. 21. Wait. We'll add the discount in our invoice. This is the item. We'll give the discount of 10%. And you can see the standard format preview. Discount it is 10%. It is coming actually 10%. Total discount. You can see the column total discount 520. Discount is also coming. After that, the total discount column is coming. So now after this, that is SMS and emails earlier, it is not connected with our BLS subscription. But currently, in this 11.3 onwards, it is connected with our BLS subscription. If the BLS is not active, then SMS and emails cannot be sent to the parties. The next refinement was made by the Google Sheet import side, that is import bill references, batch references, MRP wise stocks through the Google Sheets. Now we have to import this to the Google Sheets. Let's option you can see import bill references. You can select the bill references and here you will be have a Google Sheet provision. Currently Google Sheet is not enabled. If you are enabled the Google Sheet, will have connectivity from this general tab, then it is get visible. Here let me enable this one. I can show you. Okay, now you can get this Google Sheet option. Once you configure it, then after you will be able to import it to the Google Sheets. Now we will look into some FAQs that we will discuss through the FAQ. What is the new feature in the stock status report? User can now print images which can be used as a product catalog. Main purpose of this feature is to give the product catalog to the customers. And the how has control over overdraft limit improved. Now current release, we made the provision for our that you can specify the credit limit. So it can give the warning message if the credit limit is exceeded. What is the shortcut of new utility for petty cash balance adjustment? If any shortage or excess amount to be receivable or payable and anything it might be, you should be able to adjust it along with our journal voucher with one shortcut key called Control plus F4 key. And the next FAQ is how are duplicate serial numbers entries are handled. Duplicate serial number also can be filtered out. Now onwards, refinement will be made by the serial number tracking purpose. Earlier, serial numbers duplication is happening. Now onwards, duplicate serial numbers are get blocked by the software in item master side, in voucher also. What new fields have been added for the invoice printing? Invoice printing, we have added one more field called total discounts, right? As well as other important thing here, that is settlement printing. Settlement printing that I can show you. See, earlier releases, if you are using the settlement feature in your voucher series side, the settlement feature, cash account caption you can't able to change it. Now you can able to change the cash also. You can see the cash caption changing option. You can either change something like the cash or whatever, any name you can give. This one it is possible now. Earlier the credit card, debit card, this credit card 1, 2, 3, it might be changed, but you can't able to change the cash. Now the cash is also changing. Even you can print these options in your invoice directly. It can print whatever the name given by your side. The same name itself it can print in your invoices. The next point here, what change has been made to input mode for Udyam Number and IFSC? Earlier, the Udyam Number and IFSCs will be entered by uppercase or lower cases. Now we restricted that. You need to, if you entered any lower case, then it is taking uppercase only. Here IFSC code you can see, IFSC always taking as capital letters or uppercase you can see. If you are entering in lower case, then also it is take as uppercase only. Same thing will be given by the Udyam Number also. Now MSME type small. If you are entering it in lower case, then it is taking as uppercase. These changes will be given in this release. Who has the payment and receipt register been updated? New provision allows handling multiple currencies in the payment and receipt register. We already seen that feature. So this will be provided multi-currency management with our payment register and receipt register. How has the last sale purchase transaction feature been updated? So last sale purchase feature already there, but now who currently made the provision to the permission for user level. If the user is needed, they has to press the shortcut key Control plus H. They always need it, then they wants to turn off this Control H shortcut key that user defined given the provision. And what is the character limit for mapping short narration in bank statement import? So earlier the bank narrations, if it is very lengthy, then it is the problem for us. If you are importing the bank statement from the Excel to the Busy, then we made the limitations up to 255 characters, increased from 40 characters to 250 characters. Most of the time, the every narrations it's not similar. It's not 40 below 40 characters. It should be more than 40 also. In any case, if you are importing the bank statements, now we are getting up to 255 characters. This is all about the major and minor release of 11.3 release. If you have any questions or any queries or any doubts, feel free to ask the questions in chat box. At any point of time, if you are using this 11.3 release, then if you're facing any challenges or any difficulties, feel free to reach with us. Our help desk number will be given here, 8282. Even we can have an option to write a mail, support@busy.in. Any feedback or anything it might be, if you have, you just have to write to us, feedback@busy.in. This release will be available soon. Please wait for some time. Thank you so much for joining this webinar session. We'll see you.